Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'd like to welcome our new subscribers and thank those of you who are returning for this week's energy update. As we start this week, we still are amidst that Capricorn full moon energy that occurred. We do have a new moon a week from today that is going to change that energy. So just be aware that we are still in that the energy of letting go to create space so that new things can come in, especially if it resonates with the three-dimensional part of Capricorn energy, that top-down authority, you know, just taking the power away from those that are helping or are of lesser authority, shall we say, in that 3D Capricorn world, and just letting go of those situations that no longer serve you, opening up space for new things to come in. Also, we've got some energy in the background that I want to talk about that's helpful for us as we are letting go of some of these things. We've got Neptune, which is retrograde in the sign of Pisces at 29 degrees, is trining Pluto. Pluto is out of sign at 0 degrees of Aquarius, but nonetheless, this I said trine, sextile energy between Neptune and Pluto. It's helping us because if the reality of a situation has changed from what it once was, because Neptune is retrograde. So when Neptune went retrograde, there could be some reality that is presenting to you that has changed it, whatever it is being shown to you, is changing from what it was. And it's creating a need to pivot or transform, and Pluto is here with that sextile energy. Do something to get something. If you're recognizing that there's a crisis point relative to power dynamics in your world, this is Pluto, be transparent, be honest, but then pivot so that you can transform the situation. In addition to that, that same Pluto, which is at 0 degrees of Aquarius, is trining Uranus in Taurus at 26 degrees, which is conjunct Algol. But this energy, now there's 4 degrees of separation here. However, Pluto is moving backwards. It is retrograding. So this is creating relief in an instant, because it is Uranus here coming in an instant, where a situation is seemingly taking your power. That's Pluto and Aquarius. Remember that your freedom comes from authenticity. Be honest. I can't even begin to explain. We are dealing with Pluto and Aquarius, transparency, 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 honesty. And now we're introducing Pluto into the equation, which means freeing, sovereignty. So let's use our voice, our transparent, honest voice this week as we continue to let go. And we have some really good energy that's going to support that this week as well. We've got this, Mars and the Sun in Leo, Mars is in Gemini, and they've had this sextile energy, and that's continuing. It's very, very fun, very social energy. And then on, I believe it is Tuesday of this week, got a little bit of a change here. We've got Venus, which is at 23 degrees of Leo, is going to trine Chiron. I like this energy. Chiron is retrograde in Aries. Chiron recently went retrograde, so pivoting back to a situation from the past, I'm going to say, that allows you, this healing, this Venus and Leo energy is allowing you to heal. And, or you are, there's potential in a weakness that you're seeing. That weakness that's being shown has potential, and it will also bring about healing. So I like this energy. Again, allowing us, fortifying, allowing us to recognize some of these things that no longer serve us so that we can get rid of them. And now we've got some healing coming on as a part of that. Then on Thursday of this week, which is the 1st of August, oh my goodness, I can't believe we're here. We've got the Sun, which is in the sign of Leo, is going to trine the North Node. Oh, I love this energy. it's great energy for making connections. The sun in Leo is all about connecting and having fun and vibing and being with your friends and heartfelt energy and like leadership and all of that. And when it is trying the North Node, it really is. It's out there socializing, making connections, trusting your gut, and all of a sudden you're being led down this path. And I just love it. It's trying energy, so we really don't have to do anything, but just by socializing and getting out there, you never know what opportunities could present themselves. And then trust your gut if it does. This is the North Node. And interestingly enough, a couple days later, Mars is going to join this. Mars is also going to sextile both the sun in Leo and that North Node, which is in Aries. I think it's going to sextile this, going to sextile that. So here comes the action relative to an idea or a concept that is brought to you, could be around leadership because the sun is in Leo, that you are now looking at and go, ooh, hey, I want to take advantage of that. So really, I like that energy a lot. However, on Friday of this week, the one day that we want to kind of keep an eye on, we have Venus, which is in Leo, is going to square Uranus in Taurus. Now, while we're out vibing with our friends and having a great time, don't spend too much money. Just not a good idea. So whenever we have Venus and Uranus in a square, spending money, watch your pocketbook. Don't plan any procedures. Don't plan any surprises, romantic surprises for someone. Just don't know that it's going to work out the way you want. And in addition to that, Mercury is going to go retrograde very soon. And Mercury retrograde is not only going to affect Mercury, it's going to affect the planets in Gemini, sign that it rules, and the planets in Virgo, sign that it rules. All of that energy is going to be a bit cattywampus. Venus will be in Virgo because Venus is going to go into Virgo before Mercury goes retrograde here. So there will be a bit of time when that Mercury retrograde, because Venus will be in Virgo, she's going to be cattywampus. So I'm going to say if you have any procedures that are elective relative to beauty or new hair treatments or wardrobe or anything like that you feel like shifting or changing up, give it a break. Why don't we wait till September for that? Because I'm very concerned about this Mercury retrograde season. And with that square causing friction, Venus in the sign of Leo is very insistent. And if there's a square to Uranus, it could mean that, you're not getting what you need. So please be kind. If that's the case and you're feeling shortchanged in some way and you want to just react, please don't. Respond, first of all. And be mindful. Be mindful how you address things, especially if you're not getting what you need. And be compassionate, be kind and be compassionate. Remember that Pluto is trine Uranus. And because Uranus is involved here, these pivots won't be so difficult. The square itself, or the friction might be, but the response or your ability to respond to it should be fairly easy. Then on the 3rd, we've got that Mars energy jumping in with the North Node, and I love this energy. My goodness, it gives us the energy and the drive to whatever that came up that day. It is going to just give us the energy. Trust your gut and go for it. It's what I got to say there. Then a week from today, we have our new moon in the sign of Leo. Love this energy. Love, love, love this energy. It is all about leadership potential. Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun and the moon will be conjunct, which makes it a new moon. Make sure you set a new intention. Please do so after the perfection of the sun and moon conjunction. That would be at 7:13 a.m. 1 week from today. Then you'll want to set a new intention based on the Leo energies, which is leadership potential energies, heartfelt energy, courage, that type thing. Now, what I find interesting is this new moon is at 12 degrees, 34 minutes of Leo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Happens to be an angel number. It's all about divine guidance, new starts, and spiritual growth. So I do believe that having this new moon at 12 degrees, 34 minutes of Leo is also going to be advantageous to us. Now, this new moon, as we've already discussed, is going to sextile Mars. It's going to sextile Jupiter. It's going to trine the North Node, sextile the South Node. That's some solid energy. Solid energy. It's curious. It's eventful, but in a good way, because it's social. We're multitasking. We're able to follow our gut because the nodes are involved here, because it's a sextile to the South Node. It's balanced. We don't have to worry about codependency. I just really like this energy. Something to be mindful of, however, is Neptune, which is retrograde in Pisces at 29 degrees, that crisis point energy, is going to quincunx Venus. And this is also at 29 degrees, which is that crisis point. You may not feel supported after the reality. Like I said, that Neptune rolling back, that the reality of a situation is going to leave you feeling not very supported. And something's got to give, but it's not going to be your self-worth. I promise you that. So that's that quincunx energy. We've got to kind of play with it. It doesn't make sense. Two different elements, and we kind of got to pivot a little bit to work so it can work with us. Also, a week from today, Venus is going to enter Virgo. Venus doesn't really like it here. Venus really likes Pisces, and Virgo's out the other side of the world, or the other side of the zodiac. So not really a happy camper here. However, nonetheless, it's very good for discernment and organization, planning, but please be mindful, as I said, when Mercury goes retrograde, it will affect Venus while she's in Virgo, okay? Or while Mercury is retrograde in Virgo. So in addition to that, I just want to throw in there, please don't forget, on the 5th, which is the very next day, Mercury is going to go retrograde. So it is going to be strong at the time of this new moon, but really the next day it starts its retrograde cycle. So as I discussed earlier, the planets in Gemini, the planets in Pisces, the planets in Gemini, the planets in Virgo, which Mercury rules, will also be affected by this retrograde, Mercury retrograde. So that's Mars, that's Jupiter, they're both in Gemini, and then we've got Venus in Virgo. So again, that's all I have for you this week. I did pull a card today, decided to use the Journey Tarot deck. I don't think we've had this out for a while, but Cassie Uhl is the person who was the founder of Zend Out. And the card that jumped out for us today was the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what the book has to say. Nothing lasts forever. If you're enjoying a phase of opulence, savor each moment. If you're experiencing a moment of hardship, ask what can be learned. Trust the cycle of life to move you where you need to go next. Oh, I like this. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please do click the like button. If you want to know when videos are being dropped, please click the subscribe button. Co-create with me and share this video with someone who you believe could be helped by this video. Any comments or suggestions, please post them in the comment section below. I really enjoy hearing from you. Well, that's all I have for you this week. I hope you have a fabulous week. It is going to be a good one. Take care. Namaste.